Hi girlies, welcome back to my channel. Today is the day. The time has come to go over my makeup brush must-have collection. I've been collecting makeup brushes since I was like 18 and I used to own a lot more than what you see right here. I used to film and do my makeup with like 4 little buckets of brushes, and these are brushes that I've had for years. Some of them are newer, some of them I've repurchased. These are my ride or die brushes that I think every girl should have in their makeup bag. Or also if you're starting as a pro NUA, I think this will really be really amazing to add to your kit. As I was a pro NUA, I think I forgot. Yes, I was a pro NUA for about 3.5 years, and I did bridal makeup, so I know a thing about too about a soft blended application with a brush. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's start with face brushes. These I've compiled, and technically I even travel with them because they're just like my must-have. And because of beauty tools like the Beauty Blender and now the viral Amazon Puffs, you really don't need as many brushes as you would think, because you could do so much just with these. I think you could probably do your makeup with just like blenders if you're not gonna apply a lot of powder. So I will have this linked in my Amazon storefront. These are my ride or die for setting powders and stuff. I could do a whole video on how to use a sponge and the puffs application technique, but I think you definitely need one beauty blender. I like the Beauty Blender ones, or the ones from Huda Beauty happen to be either or my favorite ones. Beauty blenders are a little bit more soft, it has more bounce to it. The Huda Beauty ones are a little more stiff, which I like for like precise application, but to really like give you like that nice bounce, I will go with the Beauty Blender. But it's good to have 2 options, so the only 2 that I recommend. Also, these are not only great to blend out your powders, but also your creams. I found that blending out my concealer with these, it's really nice, really effortless, and to bake, it's just literally a godsend. I usually like to do this for like my pressed powder, and then I do it for my loose powder, so I'm not mixing like powders, but that's just my personal preference of why I have 2 different colors, so I know which one is which. But these are a life changer, and if you're learning how to bake and going to get into that, then I highly recommend these 2. All right, now let's get into the makeup brushes. First, we're gonna start with stippling brushes. If you don't know what stippling brushes are, what do, let me explain. It's double fibers, hairs on the brushes. I'm meant to blend out cream products and give you a very sheared out complexion, sheared out product application with a very nice and delicate, seamless blend. First stippling brush I ever got my hands on. Look at how this is done. Sigma F55 small dual fiber brush. Every time I see this, brings me back all the memories from when I started my YouTube channel. I was straight up a Sigma girl. It is my favorite small dual fiber brush, and I basically would always use it to blend out my cream contour. You could even use it for any cream product application, or even for skincare or moisturizers. Even if you're somebody that loves to do some makeup prep, skincare prep, these are also good for that because it's a very fine application. Why is my nose running? Also, because of the size of it, it allows you to have really precise small movements and really blend out specific areas. Refi Beauty by Jess Hunt came out with their own stippling brush. It's like a duo brush situation. Now the stippling brush is literally the same function, but this one, it's a little more thicker and it fans out a little more. So you are able to use it on a larger surface of your face. So for example, you could use it as a foundation, you can use it as cream blush. As you can see, it fits perfectly right here. And once you buff it out, it blends it out in the right section, the right area to keep the product right where you want it. The other side, it has a more stiffer brush, which is good for like contouring or applying more powder products. I like to use it is to do like some small contour like on my cheekbones. Rarely I've used it for blush, but whenever you need some kind of brush, it always comes in handy, or just to like blot some powder onto your face. Makeup brushes are well known for what? Applying bronzer for the cheeks, the forehead. The first one we have is from Laura Lee Los Angeles, the L31 brush. If you guys didn't know, Laura Lee has her own makeup brand. I'm a huge fan of her brushes, Most of them are in my eye brush collection. I like those so much. This one, however, made it to the cuts because it is so big and thick. If you're somebody that loves to apply cream contour and likes to really just get into your skin, especially the forehead, because it is such a big brush where you can really blend out that cream contour and give it a nice smooth finish. Also great for body purposes, like, or even like the jawline. It just really does a good job very quickly. Now let's talk about the angled brushes. I like to have two because they're just like such a staple for me. I like to take this one from Morphe. This is the Morphe E4. It's all worn off. I've had this for years too. The little wood thing's like literally peeling. I like to use this more for like bronzing the face and really sculpting it. And then this one from Well People. It is the Contour Complexion brush. I like to use it for my blush. It's literally the smoothest like bristles ever. And it applies powder blush like a dream. So seamless, not patchy. I don't know what it is. And it's from Well People, so you know it's really, really affordable. Now, I only have one big brush, like one big powder brush, and it's synthetic because they're just bulky. I don't really need them. Some people like love them. When I first started using these kind of brushes, I would just apply like my bronzer with these, but obviously like techniques change and like makeup changes and like application changes. But this is a Sigma All Over Powder F24. I think this is like also an older brush, but I have a newer one. This one to really like apply blush or bronzer. It's amazing, so seamless. I love to go in with my MAC Give Me Some bronzer and really just like work that into the skin and gives you the most perfect application. Synthetic brushes are my favorite. I feel like they're easier to clean and the bristles are just smoother and softer and gives you a better application. Another brush that I love, and I think I have it just like for funsies, but I really like it to wipe off my baking or to press in powder. It's from One Size. This is their Disney collection. Look at it, how so cute. And it has like little like Mickey like sparkles in it. It's just like adorable, but the brush itself is really good. I like to take my pressed powder and really just like press in the areas that I want to, even from the under eye like this. It's such a good brush to just really press my powder in, so that's why I really love it. Moving on to foundation brushes and more like complexion work brushes. These four are probably my top favorites that I think are like very ideal for anyone that's looking for foundation brushes. I'll start with the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection number 7 All Over Conceal brush. This brush has been going around for years and years and years. All the girls have it, all the girls love it. This is my favorite foundation brush. It blends out BB cream, CC cream, tinted moisturizers, heavy foundations, matte foundations, whatever you need blended, you're gonna blend it with this brush. And then it has a smaller brush for your concealer, so you can like really like work on your nose, around your lips. You could do color correcting concealers, blend out your concealer if you're going for more that natural look. I think you should definitely add this to your cart because you're gonna love it so much. Another foundation brush that I love, and this one I use more when I want to really like cake it on and really just go all in and really give it a nice buff, will be the Morphe M439. It's been a staple for years. I've had it for years, and I like to spray it and then blend out my foundation with it for that really full coverage glam moment. And then my last two are this dual-ended brushes. I like this for like finishing touches, loose powders, blush, like just like detail work. First one is Makeup by Mario F2 brush. Did this and This My Way, and I really love it. Again, to just have an option blush, bronzer. And then I recently just got this in PR, the Hourglass. I've been loving it to contour my face. It's just so smooth and pretty, very elegant, and like a really high quality brush. So if you're looking to spray a little bit, I will go in with like the Hourglass brushes. So there's another one for the lips that I absolutely love that I'm gonna show you as well. But yeah, either of these two are pretty amazing. Now onto my eye brushes, my eyebrows, more like fine detail, and also ones that I use for the lips. I'm gonna start with my Makeup by Ariel and Morphe brush collab. I think they sent these my way, I'm not sure. But guys, they have been through it, like the paint's coming off. I have no better things to say about it. I think they're one of the best brushes that I have tried. Technique-wise, hair bristle-wise, it has everything that you need, which is all these brushes right here. I use this all consecutively, consistently. Some of them are even dual-ended like this. So you're able to do conceal work, buffing, smudging, all the things you need. Here is my first brush set option. If you are a true makeup connoisseur, you want to do all the cut creases, all the looks, all the shadowing, all the shading, definitely grab this collection. If you're somebody that is getting into makeup, you just need a good eye brush starter kit, I will go in with the Laura de Los Angeles brushes. These are so amazing. The quality is insane. Again, it's really similar to the Makeup by Ariel one, but the difference is that these are more synthetic. These are more like real haired brushes. So it depends on what you like and what your needs are. But if you're like a beginner starter, I will go with the Laura Lee. And then if you really just want to amp up your looks, I will do that in makeup area. Out of all the eye brushes that I've ever tried, the one brush that will stand the test that I've had for years and years and years, I actually have two of them because these get pretty like distraught over time. It's a Sigma E24 diffuse blend brush. I've had this brush again since I literally started doing makeup. It is the best blender brush, packer brush, especially for like matte eyeshadows, but you could also pick up some shimmer shadows, spray it with some setting spray, do the everything. This is such a staple in everybody's makeup collection. And moving on to some of my favorites as well that I'm like really nitpicky about and I just like absolutely love and adore. So I have this brush from Namies, which reminds me I have to go to Namies again because I want to get like more like artiste brushes. This brush to carve out my eyebrows has been a godsend, even to carve out like my lips with concealer. It is the Namies number 8 brush, 827546. This is what it looks like. It's such a flat brush to create like the most carved out perfection with cream or concealer. Couldn't recommend it enough. I'm sure you can get it online. If you live in California, you can just go to the store. Moving on to Sephora brushes. Sephora has some really good brushes, and then what I like about them is like they do sell them like in bundles but also like individually. So let me tell you the 4 brushes that I absolutely love and adore from Sephora. I don't remember if I bought these or they got sent to me, but tried and true. First we have the Pro Shadow 14 brush. It's good to just pack on eyeshadow, matte shimmers. Here we have a smaller smudger brush. It is the Pro Shadow 15, which is good to creating that shadow liner, buff out the lower lash line, even create like a faux wing, or really just like get into like the crevices and the creases to do like some crease work. It's actually such a good brush. Or you can even use it to like nose contour. So many uses that I've gotten out of this one. We have to have an eyebrow spoolie situation. This is my go-to. It's so sturdy, it doesn't break on me. Usually the spoolie comes off, but the Sephora 20 has been my favorite for my eyebrows when I do use powder and I don't use anything else. And then the Sephora 57, it's good for concealer work as well. It's more like a thicker brush, like it's more stuff. I do love it to buff out my lips, lip liner, or my liquid lipstick, or again some like concealer work, or even to like blend out eyeshadows right here. It works so good. It's a synthetic brush, so really smooth application again. I do have this brush from Hourglass. If you guys follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you see me use it every single tutorial. Nothing buffs out my lips better, like my lip liner better than this brush, because it is so nice and seamless. It is a little exquisite for just buffing out your lips. You could do it with your fingers, or I'm sure you have the brush, but for me, it just fits perfectly and it gives it the right amount of blend and buffed outness that makes the lip product layer on so smooth and amazing. So I've been using it for that and I can't live without it. I've seen a lot of girls use it for concealer, but baby, this brush is staying on my lips. 2 more eye brushes that I just cannot live without. This one is the Fenty brush, the 230 blending. It is another like packer brush, but it's so good for crease work. Oh my god. One of the best ones that I found. I use it almost every single day. This eye brush from Fenty is divine. The last brush, you know, you gotta have a good smoky, good buffed out lower lash line brush. It is the Morphe M506. Again, I've owned this for years. It fits so perfectly and it'll give you the most perfect blend, even to like build on the color. It's amazing. Or even like in the tear duct, or again do some crease work. I'm just giving you guys options on different price points, and you know, if you do love a certain brush brand. So literally love this little guy. Last but not least, I pulled out 3 brushes that I use for highlights, which I find that it's not a very common thing anymore to do like powder highlight, but whenever I do, these are the 3 ones that I go for. One is from Laura de Los Angeles. They all are kind of like the same vibe. Some are just like slimmer than others. I have one from Morphe. It is the M451, which is so good. It's like more like blown out. And then I have the Rare Beauty, which is really good. I got it sent to me with their new highlighters, which is good for like really smooth, like blown out highlighters. Like I said, a lot of these brushes can do the same thing, but it's all about technique and what your preference is. Well guys, that is it for my brush collection. I know it was a long awaited video. I'm so sorry that it took this long, but it's finally here. I will have every brush linked down below for you guys. I'm gonna separate them into categories, so it's easier for you guys to find them in the description, not just like random brush names with numbers. But I hope you guys love this video. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that you can find it as reference anytime you're looking for a new brush or want to add to your makeup brush collection. As always, don't forget to follow me on TikTok and Instagram and keep up with me on those socials. That's it for today, guys. I love you so much. Muchos besitos y abrazos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.